y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with day 4 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. So today this is our sketch, and it was created by Cindy Brown, and it's very much a grid layout using 2x2 photos. Now, I made all my squares 2x2. I left 1.5 inches around the edges, but for some reason, I ended up with way more squares. So, I don't know if it was a miscalculation in the measurements or if I did something wrong. But, I'm also combining this with How to Kill a Kit with Style. And for today, I am using this Homemade with Love kit by Cartabella. And it's already a partial kit, but I was able to use up quite a bit of it. I am also doing this journaling prompts each day this month. And today, the one I'm going to do is the favorite sit-down dinner memories. And I'm also combining this with my DIY embellishment video that comes out on Saturdays. So all you have to do is leave a comment below and you will be entered to win this little prize package. It's kind of like a little mini page kit. I cut out squares, the same as on here, and then I added some little extra things and a title. And it says Memories of Grandma's Kitchen. And I will show you guys. Because of the font I used, it didn't do it all as one piece. So we have kitchen here, and it says Grandma's Kitchen, but if you spell it Grandma without the W, you can still do that too and just leave the W off. But I spell mine with a W, and I think it's just because it's a southern thing. I don't know. It's not Grandma. It's Grandma. So, anyways, I have some embellishments that I actually got out of a little thing here that I won at the crop that I went to last was Scrap at Your Retreats. And I have some stickers from that collection that I already cut out. And then I have my papers and my photos. So, I have learned this month, working on these journaling prompts, that I don't necessarily have pictures all from the same time that goes, you know, with whatever I want to journal about. And so I have been taking pictures, like, because my journaling isn't necessarily about one thing. It's about my memories. Like this one's Memories of Grandma's Kitchen. So I journaled about my grandma. But I don't have like a ton of pictures of her kitchen with her meals and all that stuff I was journaling about. So I took pictures from a lot of different times because we always gathered for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, Memorial Day, pretty much any holiday. My grandma thought we needed to have a ham and a turkey sit-down dinner. So, I have a bunch of pictures, and not all of them, only actually one of them has my grandma in it. But I've learned the trick to making pictures all fit together when they're all from different things is change them to black and white so that they're all pretty much the same color scheme. And like, you know, if one of these is Christmas and one of these are fall or one of them spring, colors aren't really going to matter. Which my grandma, she was a use what you have type of lady, and, you know, make do. So she had multiple tablecloths, but she had a Christmas tablecloth, and she liked the cloth ones, not the plastic ones. So she had this really pretty poinsettia one, and red was her favorite color. So almost all the pictures, regardless of whether they were in the spring or Thanksgiving or Christmas or Memorial Day or whatever, they have this poinsettia tablecloth on the table, which is really funny. But her favorite color was red. So, of course, I wanted red to be like one of the primary colors. And then I have this background piece that I did gut out. And then I cut this piece down to leave the 1.5 inch border. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I left a 1 inch. So maybe that's where it was my mistake, not the measurements mistake. Okay, so I'll read you guys my journaling just so you can hear what it says. It says, every holiday was centered around Grandma's house, where love seemed to linger in every corner of her cozy, welcoming kitchen. She was such a fantastic cook, and everyone had their own favorite dish she made, whether it was her ham, turkey, dressing, or one of the countless sides that made the table overflow. She would spend 3 days preparing a feast that always included both ham and turkey with all the fixings, and no matter how busy she was, she never forgot me. She always made a special homemade coconut cream pie just for me, and it made me feel so loved. The whole family would gather under her roof, filling the rooms with laughter, stories, and the kind of joy that only comes from being together. Those holiday gatherings were more than just meals. They were cherished memories rooted in her love, her cooking, and the traditions she built. Grandma is deeply missed, but her warmth and recipes will forever live in our hearts. And then I put her name and her birthday and death date because she died in 2015. So, I'm going to put this together and put all these little squares on. And this is going to probably go pretty quickly, because I have everything ready. I have my journaling done. And after I put the squares on, I am going to run it through my sewing machine around the edges. And then that way it'll also help hold my journaling on. So I will probably fast forward this just so you can see. But I'll be back. Okay, so there's all my squares glued down. As you can tell, I cannot math, so my cuts are uneven and my little black grid lines are not straight. But that's okay because I am not a perfectionist, so I'm not going to let it bother me. And then I have these stickers from the sticker sheet, and I'm just going to put them on here. And I'm going to put this one on. My grandma loved flowers, and she loved red. So, and I want to challenge you guys to journal this month, to actually journal. Go back to the grassroots part of scrapbooking. When, you know, it was all about journaling and photos and telling the story versus making a pretty page. So this is going to go right here. And I am going to put this on my sewing machine and sew all of this down, and then I'll be back and we can finish decorating. Alright, so I got it all down. with my journaling. I sewed. I was just going to sew around the outside square, but since my lines were all crooked, I decided why not just go ahead and sew on them, and it kind of hides the imperfections. And it also makes it kind of look like a patchwork quilt, which is great for the story I'm telling and the heritage and all of that stuff. So, this would be a great layout to showcase, or a great sketch to showcase photos throughout the years. You could do like a school one with different photos. You could even add more photos and less decorative squares if you wanted to. So lots of options of what you could do. I see lots of possibilities with this sketch. And I'll be honest, whenever I first looked at it, I was not thrilled with it because the pictures are so small. But it does work well for being able to get a lot of pictures on and then tell a story. You could even, if you didn't want to do all the little tiny pictures, you could do a big 4x6 and then some decorative squares or something like that. You could even put a 4x6 right here and then have your decorative frame around it. So lots of options on things that you could do with it. I'm going to put all these down, but first I'm going to put these stickers. So I have these little stickers that was part of the collection, and I thought I would just use them up. I've had this collection for a long time. I wonder if it has a year on it. Oh, 2013. So this is a pretty old collection overall. So I have not had it that long. I think I got this in like one of the like warehouse type sales or whatever. And the Echo Park warehouse sales, and which I enjoy, but I was part of the Echo Park club kit, but I just got tired of it because I felt like everything was the same. Like all the papers for Echo Park and even Cartabella, like while I love the feel of their paper, the way they lay everything out every time and the colors, which makes it great because, you know, for the fact that you can combine stuff together and mix and match. But I just wanted something different because it was, like I said, it was very overwhelming to all be the same. So I'm just going to do this and get this on here. And then I'm going to pop a few embellishments on some of the squares. And like I said, if you would like to be entered to win the little goodie pack, it's like a mini page kit of this, and with that collection, all you have to do is leave me a comment on this video. And then I hope that you guys are going over and checking out the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group. There is tons of inspiration on there of everyone that's playing along and adding their photos and stuff. There's also lots of YouTube creators that are playing along, and they have videos of their processes also if you like watching these type of videos. Let's see here. I'm going to add these little photo corners on. I thought they matched pretty well. And this is stuff that, it's old. I want it, but this is like old, way back in the beginning, scrapbook type stuff. But I really love it, and it goes so well with this collection. I thought, you know what other time would I even reach for that? I'm not going to say, oh, where's me a photo corner and pull it out. So why not, right? Alright, so then I'm going to pop these little stickers from the collection. I'm going to pop them up on foam. And then pretty much I will end up calling it good. I'm going to glue these little chipboard pieces on here. Alright, I'm going to pop this up on there. Dirty dishes are always a huge part of any get-together, right? And I was usually the designated dishwasher, because I figured, you know, most people eat and leave, but I figured, you know, my grandma spent 3 days cooking this huge meal for us. The least I could do was clean up her kitchen and put all the food up for her, because she usually had us to make plates also and take home and all that good stuff. I'll put that there. Got this little thing that says The Good Life. And I got these little doodads that came out of that little goodie pack I won. And I cut this out last minute because I saw it. And you know, I think I'm going to put it right there. I think I'll even pop it on foam. But this is just the branding strip with the collection name on it. So it says Homemade with Love. And I just cut off the designer's name right there on the bottom. So I can add it as an extra little embellishment. Alright, so there you go. That's going to be the layout. I hope that this layout inspired you guys, and that you guys will take on that journaling challenge also, and tell your stories on your pages this month for future generations, and even for your family today that may have not been there. So leave a comment and you'll be entered to win this little goodie pack I've put together. And I hope that you guys, if you like this video, you'll give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, I would love to have you. If you are a subscriber, come back and hang out with me again. I can also be found over in the Facebook group, which is linked below in the description. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this and that it inspired you. And until next time, bye y'all.